Hello, thank you so much for clicking on this. How you doing? So, I have a question to ask. If you are not subscribed to this channel, what are other things you do to show that you're not serious with your data? Hmm? Come on, come on, come on. Click, 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 click down below, subscribe, and click notification bell as well so that you get notifications of everything. So, Biggie 237. My goodness, that's what we want to talk about all week. Did you hear that one of the hosts, Vicky Fokala, has resigned? I know, I know, so much drama, way much drama, maybe than the house itself. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Biggie 237 today. Lego. Welcome back. Okay, so there have been a lot of talk and expressions of disappointment on social media, WhatsApp statuses, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, wherever it is, right here, YouTube, you name it. There's been a lot of expression of disappointment. But can I just take a moment before starting to clap to give, kudos to the creators of this show? It is amazing. Even if a worse version of the show was created, I think that they deserve to be appreciated because trust me, even small jangy meeting of two people is not easy to organize. It's not easy at all. And I think that they deserve kudos and appreciation for coming up with something like that. Can we just take some moments to talk about the fashion? I love that the designers have gone all out. I love that the designers have not done the expected. True, some people expected that they'll come in. This one wear Togo, Bamenda, this one wear Bamilike, and this one wear, oh, you know, this one wear whatever that they expected them to wear. But guys, it's a show about pop culture. If people dress up the way they're supposed to dress, we're not going to have followers on Instagram now, are we? Well, you could always fake your death like that, Auntie Raisa. But I think that they wore something that was out of the box, something that was unexpected, which is so fresh and which is something that we definitely need on the entertainment plate in this country. Fashion for the host. A lot of people did not like what the hosts were wearing. I don't even want. Please comment. Tell me what you think about the host outfit. A lot of people did not like what the host was wearing, especially Tito Valerie. Unfortunately, I can't give you pictures because at the moment of making this video, there are no pictures on the official social media platforms of Biggie 237. You guys should work on that. It's not good PR. Okay, so a lot of people did not like what Tito were wearing. Lots of people said that he looked like a penitentiary staff, a warder, Cameroonians opinions. And I think that if you've been watching Tito even for 2 months, you know that the guy is not a regular dude. He's always going to show up looking different, or you can't predict what he's going to wear. So Tito is that kind of guy. And personally, I'm not a fan of what he wore, but my goodness, for being honest, there were bigger problems last night. That there were bigger problems last night than that outfit, and I find that a lot of people expected him to show up like Ebuka from the Nigerian Big Brother, which is not normal. We are taking this, we're copying this concept, and we have to make it our own. So you don't necessarily have to expect him to dress like Ibuka. Yes, some people said it should have been a black tie coded event. We don't know how the invitation looked like. I have really been through a lot of the social media platforms to try to look at their press kits and a lot of information, but I didn't see a lot of the things I was looking for. So, we're not sure how the invitations are. We're not sure what the memo was, but definitely the host must have had a physical meeting with the organizers to get a picture of what the show is supposed to look like when it comes to fashion, costume, design, set, lighting, stage, all of that goodness. But putting plastic on the microphone but physically hugging the contestants, that's funny. I think that what can be done is air kisses. You can put the plastic on the mic and give air kisses, virtual high fives. I know that we're all fighting against corona, so let's do the right thing and let's be the example because the show is trending. Do you know that the show is on BBC Africa? Sorry, BBC Pidgin. I know it's a big deal. The second time. Okay, that was one issue. I think that the lighting could be better next week. I'm not sure maybe what the problem is right now, but I think that the lighting could be better next week. So if it can be improved upon, that would be great. Uh, I know that a lot of people are actually expecting Tito Valerie to show up next week in something that they like. I keep laughing because entertainment shows, when you just organize a show for small jangi for two people, you will not imagine lots of little moving parts that can easily make a show to collapse. But I would tell you that for me personally, I feel like what went wrong yesterday was backstage management was either absent or terrible. Most of the time, you go to shows in which the MCs are the backstage managers. I'm speaking from my little experience, which makes the show terrible. Poor backstage performance results in poor on stage results. When the backstage management is poor, on stage delivery cannot be perfect. Most of the time, in fact, we cannot overemphasize the importance of a backstage manager. Most of the time, backstage managers are either absent or people that think that their role there is to give the empty Superman or Tangi. That's not what is important. A backstage manager has to be crazy smart, crazy assertive, and crazy about being able to improvise because a lot of things can happen. He has to have a perfect picture, he or she. Sisters, I see you. He or she has to have a perfect picture of the whole show, work with the script writer, work with stage management, work with every person, every single little person that is involved in the show to make the show a success. Time conscious, disciplined. It takes a lot to be a backstage manager. It's not just somebody that is running to and fro and translating problems to the organizers of the show. You need to have a physical meeting, and the guy has to be, and I can't shout, assertive, smart, and crazy about improvising because a lot of things really do happen when once the show goes live. Mm-hmm. If you know, if you are watching this show and you know those people there, you know the people up there, please pass it on because it is actually very important. And I'm of the opinion that instead of being going in our WhatsApp groups and insulting and finishing people there, maybe what we could do is take our bright ideas, because they're actually really 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 bright ideas that people have shared once the show went live, and we can take these bright ideas and we can put them as comments under the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, so that they can actually see this. A lot of people have already done that, but I have seen ideas in WhatsApp groups that are not necessarily on the, you know, the other more public social media platforms, and then they can definitely learn from it. I'm glad that they released press release today saying that they're learning from everything that is happening. You know that when you're planning a show, there's a very big difference between what you're thinking will happen and what happens when you go live, which is something that they could have avoided if they did rehearsals. Yes, live shows are absolutely in need of rehearsals. Rehearsals for 1 month, every single day for 30 days. You're here. You're supposed to know that I'm standing here. Stage and lighting is here. They need me to be here at this point. When I introduce, I'm taking the mic from this, and when he tells this, when he gives this line or gives this joke, we're taking it to here. I'm supposed to be standing here. All of those little moving parts are sorted out in rehearsals, not on the day of the live show, because on the day of the live show, lots of things can happen, as you may have seen. So rehearsals are definitely important. Rehearsals are also important with what you say, so that you know what you say, so you can cut off the extra fat, because sometimes you're talking too much, sometimes you're talking rubbish, sometimes the people in your ear, because they actually wear, you know, the plugs and all of that, sometimes the people in your ear are telling you something you may not necessarily be hearing due to technical faults and all of that. Rehearsals help to remove a lot of those mistakes. I feel like it should have been done. It's not too late to do it now that Vicky has resigned. Yes, maybe the next person that is coming up may want to insist that this is done. Maybe the organizers of the show want to insist that this is done. It's very important to do rehearsals again and again, just to make sure that we have a perfect show. Perfect shows don't just happen because IK or Ebuka is so great at what they do. Practice makes perfect. And even, especially in this case, it really works. I know that all of the good shows I've done came with a lot of practice. I love you, Mama. My mother has heard all kinds of things. I swear there's a part of her brain that thinks that I'm crazy. So rehearsals should have been done. to eliminate a lot of these mistakes. Apart from that, the fashion, I keep going back to the fashion and what they wore. I'm not sure how open these the fashion opportunities were to local designers, because I know of people that are really, really so great. I know of a lot of local designers that are really so great and very dramatic in the way they bring out their stuff. And I don't know if they got an opportunity to sew for this host. This can be a little more better if they're really open about the communication, especially for what they're doing and what they will not be doing, so that we really know where the lines are drawn, because it's easy to be as disgruntled and confused as we are now. When you're not sure, in as much as the show is going on, they should make a lot of efforts to be able to build that on very solid foundations. What did you think about the show though? I think that is, oh, the beds. A lot of people have been like, the beds look like a VIP prison or second stage VIP prison. Let's be honest, I don't think that they need big beds. I think that the beddings could have been better. Maybe something plush and lush, like a navy blue, gray, kind of colors and all of that. I think that the beddings could have been definitely been better. But the size of the beds are okay. I mean, I went to boarding school. God knows I've slept on less. So I think that the size of the beds are things that could have been worked on. There are lots of things that could have been perfected about the show. If I don't know, I'm not sure who is on the branding team. I'm not sure who's on the PR team. I'm not sure who's on the publicity team. Yes, PR and publicity are two different things, believe it or not. So I'm not sure who's on the team. I'm not sure what the goal is, but I think that there's a lot of work that has to be done, especially in the brand management of not just the show, but I really hope that the brand management of what happens after the show is done has started already, because that is really where the platform of the show will be tested. And so I'm hoping that they have already started something on that. Now, I know that everybody was, what kind of hosting is this? Like, a lot of people did not enjoy how the hosting worked. It takes a lot of courage to be the first person to come up with something and to be taking all the bullets that we are shooting or pelting them with right now. Because, you go on social media, on our WhatsApp statuses, everybody is very, very disappointed. Lots of people are saying whatever it is that they really want to say. Talking about the sponsors, talking about the hosts, talking about the contestants. Everybody has an opinion, which is okay, and which is like the first expectation of social media. But let's just take a moment to appreciate them. They're doing what the rest of us did not have the courage to do. So can we just appreciate that? Very fond of being like, we're being marginalized. They're not doing this for us. This is our opportunity to shine our light, add our touch to the torchbearer. So, we can appreciate the good parts as well as criticize the parts that we feel that can be worked upon. I'm just going to end the video here, but I'm going to say this before I go. Take an effort. If you want to hate them, follow them at least. At least follow the social media platforms. At least, watch and all of that. At the moment, there are no live images from the house as well. The press release also says that the live images will be coming soon. One other thing that they really have to work on is the English. It's an English show. So far, some of the English has not been really great. I think that they really need to work on that. And guys, Tito and Vicky are great hosts, and you and I know that. I think that they were just having a bad day at the office. I think that things didn't really go so well backstage, and that was very eminent on stage. And I think that we should cut them some slack. Come on, these guys are legendary, especially Tito. I know that I love what he does. These guys are really good guys when it comes to emceeing. They had a bad day at the office. That could happen to any one of us. So yes, it has happened to me. So we should cut them some slack, and we should wish them well. I don't know who's going to be replacing Vicky. Yes, Vicky has resigned. Here is her resignation letter online. And I don't know who's going to be replacing her as a pair for Tito, but I hope that they can really pick up on a lot of the lessons from here. And the lessons, of course, that have been shared on social media, so that they can make the show a better one. Until I see you again, Biggy 237 is a good idea, and you should get behind it. Fix it from inside. Stop staying out and insulting it. This is our chance to shine, and we'll have to take it by force. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Be sure to comment. Let me know what you like and what you hate about this Biggie show. Let us talk. This is a gossip show. This is official invitation to Kongosa people's names. Now, if you have ever known any of them there and you wanted to talk about them, the fact that they're on TV is your golden ticket. This is your trump card. All right. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. God, that hurt. I'll see you next week. Remember to subscribe.